All right. So as I said earlier, why are people not taking responsibility? Because it's not easy. It comes with a great burden. It comes with a great task. All right. And then one of the things that makes people not to take responsibility is lack of confidence. Okay. Lack of confidence and courage and lack of strength of will when it comes to decision making. So we are going to be listening to a training. It's about 35 minutes of training. Once we are done with that training, we have a recap of about 5-10 minutes. Then we are going to be getting into another training on the most important discipline for you to succeed in this business Share It Get Paid project. Remember, we have our 7 core disciplines. All right. So what is the most important discipline that if you miss out on that, among those 7 core disciplines, if you miss out on that discipline, you are gone. You will never record. Virtually, you may not record even any success at all. What is that one most important discipline? We are going to take a look at it. So let's get started off with the first training on confidence, courage, and decision making by John C. Maxwell. Let's listen.
What the first G is about. 3 G leaders are grounded. They have a foundation that makes them solid. And as we go to G2, let's review what the first G is about. 3 G leaders are grounded. They have a foundation that makes them solid. And we've studied that the 3 qualities of a grounded leader are humility. They have an understanding of their place in light of God and others. Authenticity, they are comfortable in their own skin. And 3, they have a calling, they have a purpose that is bigger than themselves. The second G is growing. The great leaders are growing. They have a hunger that makes them stretch. Stay with me in the paragraph. A growing leader is a little wiser today than he was yesterday. He never stops learning. He never stops reflecting. He's not afraid of change because he knows that growth is dependent on it. He is more concerned about getting better than being perfect. He is constantly looking to improve himself and the people around him. So I sat down and I spent a great deal of time on this lesson because, you know, I wrote the 15 laws of growth. I talk a lot about growth. And let me give you a little bit of my thought process before I teach it today. As I thought about you and how important you are to me, and I thought about the vitality that growth brings, I began to ask myself, what are the areas that a person has got to make sure that they grow in? I suppose we can grow in a lot of areas, but if you're going to be really good, you got to get it down to a few areas where you say, these are essential to my success. And what are they? So I had the most wonderful day. Margaret and I have a cottage up in Highlands, North Carolina. It's in the mountains, and it just lets me get away. And I took my legal pad, and I asked myself for an entire day, John, what are the essential elements? What are the essential areas that a person really needs to grow in to be successful? Let me give them to you. Number 1 is confidence. Confidence. I love this humorous thought on confidence that I have next.
Okay, some of you are complaining that the audio is not quite very loud. Okay, let's see what we can do on that. Let me change the player. Let's see what we can do on that.
As we go to G2,
I think this one is louder.
What the first G is about. 3 G leaders are grounded. They have a foundation that makes them solid. And we've studied that the 3 qualities of a grounded leader are humility. They have an understanding of their place in life. As I thought about you, hey, by the way, so I had the most wonderful day. Margaret and I have a cottage up in Highlands, North Carolina. It's in the mountains, and it just lets me get away. And I took my legal pad and I asked myself for an entire day, John, what are the essential elements? What are the essential areas that a person really needs to grow in to be successful? Let me give them to you. Number one is confidence. Confidence. I love this humorous thought on confidence that I have next. Confidence is the uplifting feeling you have before you truly understand the situation. Hey, by the way, show your hands. How many of you have been there before, huh? You just feel so confident and you feel so good. You go, whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay. Great leaders are confident in themselves. They're confident in their vision. And they're confident in people. And the result of that, confidence in themselves, their vision, and the people, the result of that is that the people have confidence in their leader. A confident leader gives people confidence. In fact, I'm going to do a whole lesson on this next statement, because when I had my legal pad and I was spending my day just thinking on this, I realized once I made this next statement that I was on to something, and I've got to go tap into my mind a little bit more and pull it out. We think of leaders sometimes and we think, oh, they're so charismatic. And we think of charisma as a personality. Listen to me very carefully, because what I'm going to say is going to help some of you. Confidence is the core of charisma. When you see a person that has charisma, the core of that ability to be free and open and enjoy their life, the very core of that is that they are confident in themselves. And I remember so well, let me tell you a quick story. I remember so well. This would be in the 1970s. And Margaret and I were going somewhere, and so I stopped at McDonald's. They didn't have a drive-through then. I mean, it's where you got out of the car and you went in. And I wanted to get something to eat, and I wanted to get a Diet Coke. And so I went in and I asked for a Diet Coke, and I'll never forget, the girl behind the counter said, we don't have Diet Coke, we just have Coke. And I said, okay. Then I'll tell you what, I don't want that. Just give me a cup full of ice. And she looked at me and said, oh, I don't think I could do that, sir. I mean, she's looking on her little deal, and there's no place where you punch a cup of ice. And so she said, "Well, she said, I don't think we could do that." And I smiled real confident at her, and I said, "Yes, you can." And I'll never forget. She looked at me and said, "Okay, okay." And she went over and she got a cup. She got an ice. She was happy. She gave it to me, and I thanked her very much. And off I went. And as I walked back to the car, all of a sudden I realized what confidence does for people. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can do that.
You can do it.
Okay. Woo! Never thought of it before. I would wish for every one of you today as a coach to really become a confident person. If you want a marketing plan, nothing sells like confidence.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Exactly. People buy into
Once you're
confidence.
confident and you truly know that you can help people, once you truly know that you can add value, I can tell you, I can look people right in the eye, and I can say with all the integrity in the world, trust me, I can take you to a whole new level in your life.
Oh my God.
I'm not BSing them. I'm not delusional on drugs. I know. And guess what they do? They buy into that confidence. So I began to ask myself, what are the confidence killers? If we're going to grow in it, we got to know where to clear the weeds, don't we? The number one confidence killer is low self-image.
Low self-image.
I don't think I can rises from a deeper, I don't think I am.
I am.
I don't think I can. rises from a deeper,
I don't think I
I
am.
don't think I am. Lower self-worth translates into 37% less willingness to negotiate and use of 11% fewer negotiation strategies. Increased self-worth correlates with a greater willingness to incur the risk of prolonged negotiation and greater adaptability.
Yeah.
This is a powerful statement on negotiation. You won't even go and negotiate if you don't have the confidence.
Exactly.
In short, the less confidence you have in yourself, the faster you will give up trying to get what you want.
Exactly.
That's a fact. When I see a person that quits quickly, they have low self-confidence, low self-esteem. That's why they quit. Fear is another killer of confidence.
These are killers of confidence.
You see, confidence comes from not always being right, but not fearing to be wrong. When you run into a confident person, the confident person isn't always right. They just don't fear being wrong. I can tell you every day, I'm confident about a lot of decisions. Now, some of the decisions I'm confident about aren't the best decisions, but I don't look at myself and say, well, what happens if I fail? What happens if I'm wrong? It just doesn't bother me. I don't fear that failure. There's a popular cliche that says, you don't know what you can do until you try. I like that you never try until you know what you can do. Confidence releases the risk. Confidence releases the risk. All my life, I've tried to share my confidence with others. All my life, I've tried to bring people that were maybe had a little bit more timidity about decision making in life and go alongside of them, put my arm around them and say, hey, I'll loan you my confidence for a while. Let's go do it. The third confidence killer, the first one, okay, this is good, is low self-image, and then there's fear. The third confidence killer is other people's opinion of you.
Other people's opinion of you.
Wow.
Confidence killer.
That will suck confidence out of your body.
Exactly. It's weird.
If you worry about what people think of you, it's because you have more confidence in their opinion than you have of your own. And I see people all the time that say, well, I wonder what they're going to think. Well, what will they think? Who gives a crap?
Who gives a crap?
Listen to me. My name's John. I'm your friend. Since when did you always feel so low in your self-image that you lowered your opinion of yourself so much that you let somebody else walk in your life and trample all over it? They don't have that right. And yet I see people do it all the time. When you get confidence, you won't let people walk all over you. You won't let people take advantage of you. You won't let people all the time manipulate you. You won't become a victim of everybody else and kind of, well, this is kind of the way it is. You're going to meet the most wonderful person in the world tomorrow morning when you meet my father. I respect my father more than any human being in this world. He's truly the greatest man I know. I love him more than life itself. When you see him and you hear him tomorrow, you're going to fall in love with him. Because who he is greater than what he says. He's an amazing person. And I was in an organization that was hurting my growth. I was in an organization where negativity reigned and it was full of dysfunction. And I was a young kid who really wanted to make a difference. And every time I tried to make a difference, it's this number, you know what I'm saying? I'd raise up and I'd get pounded back down, and I would pull away and I'd try again because it's all I knew. It's where I got educated. It's where all my friends were. And my father was the most influential person in that organization. He wasn't like those people. I grew up in an amazing environment, but in that little environment I grew up, all around me was poison. And I can remember At 33, deciding I had to leave that organization. It wasn't hard to leave the organization, but that meant I had to go to my father and tell him that I was going to leave what he loved and what he knew and what he had hoped for me, because I was the kid everybody said would follow my father's footsteps. And I had to go walk into my father's life and say, Dad, I'm not following your footsteps here. I'm leaving this organization. Now, I wanted his blessing, but I can still remember telling Margaret, I pray for his blessing, but if I don't get it, I'm going anyway. That day is as clear as if it was yesterday. It was a half a life ago. I was 66. I was 33. And I made an appointment with my dad at his office. And I sat down for 3 hours, and I wept like a baby. And I said goodbye to the people I knew, and to the school I knew, and to the church I knew, and to the culture I knew. And I looked at my father and I said, Dad, I'm going. You can't talk me out of it. Can I have your blessing?
Mm-hmm.
Now, fortunately for me, he loved me and gave me his blessing. But let me tell you what I did to my dad. My father, for the next 6 months, had to explain his son to all of those people. There are some of you in this room, you'll never rise to your potential until you get rid of the people in your life. Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
You had better get some courage, or you're going to suck around and live in a leper colony and wonder why you never get whole. If I could do anything for you, I would walk into your life and I would breathe courage into your life. And courage is a result of confidence. You have never seen a courageous person that didn't have confidence. It is not the difficulties that defeat us. It's the lack of confidence in ourselves that defeats us. Confidence is the cornerstone of leadership. Clarence Randall said the leader must know that he knows, must be able to make it abundantly clear to those around him that he knows.
He knows.
I was privileged when the Soviet Union was about to fall. I was invited to come and speak in the Kremlin. I was one of the first, maybe the first, but within question, one of the first 2 or 3 people to go into the palace inside the Kremlin and speak words of freedom and liberty to a country that had 70 years of dictatorship and oppression. Our guide was a girl named Anna, and Margaret and I and our 2 children were there for about 5 or 6 days, and Anna stayed with us the whole time, and she was a delightful young lady, and she was so proud, because if you remember, when the tanks came in to try to settle that whole dispute, and it came to a kind of a crisis point in the Kremlin, if you remember, Boris Yeltsin went out. And here's the story. When those tanks came in from the army, they were under the order to arrest Boris Yeltsin. And Boris Yeltsin walked out, climbed on that first tank, opened the hatch, and shook the guy's hand and said, I want to thank you for coming over on our side and helping us free the people. And the commander said his confidence caught us unaware. And when he left, we talked among ourselves and decided to help him. It's one of the great confidence stories that has ever been done and told in the history of mankind. Now, that's what confidence will do for you. Confidence will allow you to go on top of a tank, open the hatch, and thank the guy that was there to shoot you for joining your side. I love that story every time. And Anna, our little Anna guy, she would just cry. And she said, I was there. I was in the square the day that it happened. And I love that. Confidence stimulates creativity that discovers answers. Confidence will stimulate a creativity that will discover the answer. Teddy Roosevelt said, whenever you're asked if you could do a job, tell them, certainly I can, and then get busy and find out how to do it. I've done this all my life. There's never been a week go by in my life I haven't told somebody yes, and smiled and shook their hand, and then walked away and said, now I got to figure out what to do. My gosh, I just said yes. I wonder how I do this. The second thing that you need to grow in, confidence will change your life. The second area is courage.
Courage.
And I would like you to consider these thoughts about courage today. Courage is the willingness to let go of the familiar.
Willingness to let go of the familiar. That's courage. What you are used to. Willingness to let go.
What you have known and what you have done hinders you from being what you could become. Life expands or shrinks in proportion to your courage. Stay with me in your notes now. Many, many great things have begun with a single act of courage throughout history and today. A person steps out and makes one courageous decision, and that one domino starts many other dominoes following. Stanley said, this is my friend Andy, we have to step out and take the first step, and we may never know the ripple effect that one courageous decision. Catalyst leaders, your decision is to do something courageous, and it may result in something greater than you ever imagined. Step out. Courage is not waiting for your fear to go away. We know this. We know this at the gut level. But many times fear still holds us back. Fear in leadership usually is connected to the uncertainty about the future. But uncertainty about the future is never going to go away. I tell leaders all the time, uncertainty is why they are leaders. Uncertainty gives you job security. Whenever there's uncertainty, there will always be a need for leaders, which means always stepping out in the unknown, which always requires courage. I loved his statement. Courage was like moving the dominoes. And I read people that say, well, I'm not certain about it. Leaders are always uncertain.
Yes.
We're never sure. But that doesn't eliminate courage. It's courage that gets people to move, not certainty. Courage is living one's convictions in the face of fear. Fear, it can't be a speed bump, but it shouldn't be a stop sign. The Bible never says that courage and fear are mutually exclusive. In fact, the most courageous acts take place despite fear. The book of Hebrews expresses this quite graphically. Stand firm on your shaky legs. I love that, huh? Those who follow will become strong. In San Diego, every year I would take my staff on a retreat, and every year I would do this exercise with them. New staff members that had come on during that year, I would give them the plaque, and the plaque would say, I don't have to survive. And I would tell new staff members, you're on staff not to play it safe. You don't have to survive here. You don't even have to live. But be courageous. In Acts chapter 20, here's what Paul said. I feel compelled to go to Jerusalem. I'm completely in the dark about what will happen when I get there. I do know it won't be any picnic. The Holy Spirit has let me know repeatedly and clearly that there are hard times and imprisonment ahead. Here's your phrase. But that matters little. What matters most to me is to finish what God started.
Exactly.
The job that Master Jesus gave me and letting everyone know that I meet that know about this incredible, extravagant generosity of God. I was sharing in one of my Q&As yesterday that we have fear and we have faith, and the stronger emotion will always win.
Exactly.
If my faith is stronger than my fear, which is positive, then I'll do the things that faith requires. If my fear is stronger than my faith, I'll always do the things that fear requires. You got to feed your faith. You got to starve your fear.
Exactly. Feed your faith and starve your fears.
This is one of my favorite leadership quotes by Nelson Mandela. This was given before he went to prison in 1964. Nelson Mandela said, during my lifetime, I've dedicated my life to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination, and I fought against black domination. I've cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all people live together in harmony and have equal opportunities. It's an ideal which I hope to live for and to see realized. But my Lord, he's talking to the judge, if it needs be, it's an ideal which I am prepared to die. Courage is the door that can only be opened from the inside.
Courage.
Someone on the outside can't do this for you. You gotta open it from the inside. This means only you can do it. And you can do it. This was difficult for me because I was so relationally driven in my early years. I just wanted everybody to love me. I just wanted everybody to like me. And I could tell you story after story of bad leadership decisions I made in my early years because I just wanted peace. I just wanted everyone to think well of me. I just wanted everybody to smile. And I could tell you stories of compromises I made, stupid decisions I made, because I just wanted approval. I was so relationship driven that I just couldn't make a hard decision because what would somebody feel or what would somebody do or what would somebody think? Now you see me at this age. You have no idea how easy it is for me to look you in the eye and tell you the truth and not flinch nor care. I didn't get this way overnight.
Exactly.
But I did get this way because there came a day in my life that I decided that I wanted to be a leader, not a clown. And my job was to help people, not make them happy. There came a day in my life when I quit doing Disneyland with people. Okay? Courage is the most important of all virtues. Because without it, you can't practice any other virtue with consistency. People don't follow titles, they follow courage.
People follow courage.
Boy, do I love that quote. Isn't that beautiful? Number 3, one more.
Decision making.
The third area of growth that I would like you to grow in. Confidence, courage. Number 3, decision making. Decision making is so essential to success. And the reason I guess I'm pressing on that a little bit is because they're just now in Atlanta building the John Maxwell Leadership Center. And I don't talk about that very much just because I don't talk about that very much. But if you go up 85 and Atlanta, getting into the Sugarloaf, Gwinnett area where the Gwinnett Convention Center is. If you look off to the left, there's a big building being built right now that will be completed by the end of this year. It'll be the John Maxwell Leadership Center. It's a $27 million building that other people raise money for. I didn't raise a dime for it. It's going to be the state of the art as far as communication. The box that they have built for me holds 250 people. Is going to do all the recording, all the sound, all the major technology. The box itself costs $10 million. State of the art. And in the John Maxwell Leadership Center, they're going to have a boardroom. And so the people around me said, John, we would like for you in the boardroom, since you have discussions and make decisions, we would like you to put the most important decisions that you've ever made in your life. And we'd like to put it around the boardroom so when people go in and have meetings, they would be able to read and say, oh my gosh, that was an important decision in his life. So I'm going to give you the 5 decisions that have formed my life. This in itself could be a 2-hour lesson. I'll just give them to you, okay? The first category is what I call ministry decision. At the age of 23, this was the quote that I kind of accepted for my life in ministry. I will attempt things so big that if they're accomplished, only God will get the credit. And throughout my life, I've tried to make decisions that were so big that when they happened, only God would get the credit. I'm in one right now, as you know, because you're helping me with Guatemala. My gosh. A whole country, president on down, teaching and learning leadership values and working on becoming transformational leaders. Instead of giving you the examples, I want to read you this paragraph. There are times when I feel obligated to lead farther than I have walked. Let me stop there for a moment. Have you ever been there? You got to lead farther. I haven't even walked there yet. There are times when I feel obligated to lead farther than I have walked. I don't feel holy enough, faithful enough, strong enough, gracious enough, competent enough, or qualified enough. It is at that time that I allow my weaknesses to bring me to God, who is more than enough. The second group of vital decisions I have made in my life that have formed me are personal growth decisions.
Personal growth decisions.
And at the age of 26, I said to myself, I will intentionally grow every day, and I will develop my strengths. Let me take you again, not 2 examples of it. Don't have time for that. Let me just take you to the paragraph. My growth journey from here to there has been often lonely. The reason is that I'm willing to admit wrong because of my desire to grow and change. Stay with these words. They are powerful. Growth is a result of bad habits dropped, wrong priorities changed, and new ways of thinking embraced. Here we go. The people who do not grow are unwilling to leave what they have known and practiced.
Unwilling to leave
They're
what
not
they've known.
willing to admit wrong so they can discover what is right. Therefore, they cling to right, and their lives turn out wrong. How sad. Surrender of being right is a prerequisite to finding right. You can feast your mind on that for about a week. Thirdly is partnership decisions. At the age of 30, I basically said this: I will first help others get what they want and what they need. Then they will help me get what I need. My wonderful friend Zig taught me that. And partnership has been absolutely huge in my life. And I'm grateful The John Maxwell team is a classic example of partnership. Again, let me read just the statements, the paragraph. Early in my life, I had a decision to make. Would I be a ladder climber or a ladder builder? In the beginning, I made the wrong decision. I chose to be a ladder climber. I viewed all of my colleagues in ministry as competitors, and I worked hard to climb the ladder faster than them. As I started to succeed, I felt lonely and unfulfilled. I changed and became a ladder builder. I began to complete others instead of compete with them. I discovered that helping others succeed with me is more rewarding than my personal success.
Exactly.
The fourth area of decisions that are key, I believe, in growth is relationship decisions.
Relationship decisions.
At the age of 33, I said I will live in such a way that those who are closest to me will love and respect me the most. My best friends are people who've known me the longest and are the closest to me. Here we go. Success creates a gap between myself and others. It's my responsibility to close that gap. I don't want fans, I want friends. I don't want to be above the crowd. I want to walk slowly through the crowd. However, for many, that gap is still wide. They see me on stage, they read my books, and they use my resources. They know about me, but they don't know me. But my family, my inner circle, my longtime friends, they know me very well. They know my weaknesses and often are recipients of my shortcomings. To be unconditionally loved by those who know me well is my greatest joy. I am not a self-made man. I am who I am because of those who cared enough about me to touch my soul. Leadership decisions. At age 48, I will add value to leaders who will multiply value to others.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so happy. I'm already feeling very sober. Okay, this kind of training is the one that you have to really take our time and then soak in. You know, you soak it in. You soak it in. It's not a training that you rush through, because every single bit of this training has lots and lots of value that you can take a whole week meditating on this. I'm telling you, you can take a whole week meditating on the lessons here, and it will radically change your life. I'm telling you, you know, these are some of my classics. I call them my classics because they are the ones that really strengthened me and helped me, and then you know, for me to be where I am. And I don't joke with them. I always, from time to time, visit them back, and then, because this life is building your life is an ongoing process. You don't ever get there. Don't ever get there. You know, you don't ever get there. You know, someone said the day you stop learning, that's the day you start dying. So I'm going to be sending out this Millionaire School recorded video, and I want you to watch it. Watch every single bit of it. So I'm going to just tell you the ones that touched me so much. The reason why people don't grow is because they are unwilling to leave the things that they've known. They are unwilling to be wrong. That's the reason why a lot of people don't grow. They are unwilling to be wrong. You have to understand that what we do as we live our lives is what we believe to be right. But that which you've been doing, which you believe to be right, can be wrong. So if you are not willing to be wrong, then it means that you want to stick to what you've always known. And as long as you are there, you will never experience growth. And it takes courage and confidence to accept being wrong. So you see a lot of people, they can't adapt, they can't learn new things because they are just stiff-necked on what they've been doing. And they will tell you, this is how I used to know it, this is how I grew up, this is where I am. One of the things that I've learned a lot for me that is married is, you know, this issue of, that's why I know that's so my marriage me, that's so my parents me. It can tear a family apart. You are living with someone, you just have to be willing to be what? To grow. You have to be willing. No, that's nothing like, that's how I know I'm before. No, that's how I know I'm, that's so you did. No. You have to be willing to expose yourself. Be open-minded. Be open-minded. What are you scared of? You are scared of being wronged. You're scared of someone telling you you got it wrong. Why are you scared? That can only be said once. Oh, you got it wrong. That can only be said once. But the progress afterwards will cover up everything. So are you willing today to challenge your current thought pattern, your current thought process? And I tell people, I used to be a core introvert. I couldn't talk to people. I used to be very shy. And I believe that there are some persons that were born to be like that. I'm telling you, until I encountered a higher knowledge that taught me that we are all products of our environment. The language you are speaking today, you can speak Yoruba because you were born in a Yoruba land and you stayed in Yoruba land. You can be born as a Yoruba and then you are sent to America. You live in America all the days of your life and you don't have anyone speaking Yoruba. You will never be able to speak and understand Yoruba. You will never be able to speak and understand Yoruba. You will never. That's the truth about it. Our lives, they are being shaped by our environment. The environment we expose ourselves to, the people we expose ourselves to, it shapes us. It shapes us because it constructs what we call our mental assets. The mental assets are kind of like the blocks of, I call it decision-making blocks. Anytime something gets through your mind, there is this set of, blocks that it goes through that helps you to process and then to understand things. That's why two people can actually understand things differently. Why? Because they have different mental assets. And guess what? You can form brand new mental assets through exposure to different things. But your life can change. You can have new mental asset forms when you are not willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. That's the truth. Because then you're exposing yourself to something you've not known before. All right, so I want to really encourage us to be open-minded. I want us to dig deeper into this thing called courage. I talked about this yesterday. I said, one of the, no, it was on Friday. I was talking to people that were initiated into our millionaire school, inducted into our millionaire school. And I said something. I said, one of the things that will enable you to scale faster, to achieve massive success, faster than you can ever think or imagine in this business, is not the skills. Trust me. Success in this business is 15% skill and 85% mindset, mentality, attitude. Yes, it's not the skill. I've seen people that doesn't know how to prospect professionally, but their courage and their confidence will keep dragging people to their business, keep dragging people, because people feel like, I don't know what this guy have seen, but I think I want to. That if all of you listen to me when I'm having presentations, that is exactly what I usually do in my presentation. Nobody cares to know you are the national director. Nobody cares to know you are an engineer. Nobody cares to know that. The way you say what you say, the way you speak out your convictions, whenever you are pouring out your convictions and what you believe, and how confident you are saying it is what draws people to me. I'm telling you. So many people will be like, I know some of you must have listened to me and then you feel like this guy is too kind of like cocky, he's too straight to the point. Is because I'm willing to let people know, hey, this is me. This is it. And once people connect to that, they buy. Because once people can guess, when people can't really seem to know you, they can't buy from you. And people will know you until you are confident and you are courageous. That's the reason why the most important discipline, I'm going to say this is where we are driving to. The most important discipline, remember that's our second part of the training, among the 7 core disciplines, I told us we have the most important discipline. We have the 7 core disciplines to master in order to be successful in this business. We have the prospecting skills and inviting skills. I always match the two, prospecting and inviting. They go hand in hand. Presenting skills and closing, follow-up skills, closing down skills, handling of rejections, objections, and questions, getting people started, and promoting events. Trust me, the most important discipline is the inviting skills. And it takes high level of confidence and courage to invite effectively. Like I said before, I prefer matching the two together, prospecting skills and inviting skills. I always have them together. In fact, this manual, you know, it has much to do with that. I have it together, okay? Prospecting, because once you prospect, the next thing is to what? Is to invite. Why do I say that's the most important discipline? Before anybody says yes to this business opportunity, the person must go through what we call our recorded video, or has someone that will explain out the business in detail. That's where you start talking about how to earn. That's where you're talking about the company. That's where you're talking about the products. That's where you start talking about how much you get started with. That is the business presentation. But you don't just jump into presenting to people. People must get hungry. They must want what you want to tell them. Anytime you force people into, you know, trying to listen to what you have to say or whatever, they get disconnected. So you must do what? You must first of all prospect to them. That's the reason why I want us to go through the training quickly within the next 10 minutes. The prospecting skills and inviting skills, very, very powerful and the most important. You must understand the psychology behind prospecting and inviting so that you can be armed with the techniques to become very effective with this. Trust me, someone can become a ₦1 million earner in this business every month, 7-figure monthly earner, just by learning and mastering the act of prospecting and inviting. Trust me, I've seen it happen. All right, so let's get down to this. Prospecting skills. The word prospecting means to search or to seek. So our business is a process of creating attention. So you must understand that. It's about creating an attention, a desire, or an interest on what the RGO NGO what does. This is what we do for you. We're going to help you to start a business that will allow you to travel, you know, all expense paid trip, have a daily income of 210,000. That's what it is. Now, the primary goal of prospecting is to get an appointment so as to share the business in detail. You must first of all create an interest or a desire. And don't just create that desire and end it there. The aim is to get someone to say, I want to attend the live Zoom meeting, and I want to watch the recorded video. Can you tell me more about what you're saying? So the more persons you have saying, the more persons you prospect to, the more appointments and the more people that's going to be joining your business, because it's a number game. So affecting the number of people that joins you in your business starts with what? Increasing the number of persons you prospect to. Because that will increase also the number of persons that says, all right, I want to watch the video now. I want to attend the live Zoom meeting now. So it's a number game. The more you prospect, the more persons you get to show the business, and the more your business grows. Now we have two golden rules in prospecting. Number one, never you call a person a prospect in their presence or while sharing the business. So you will never hear me online when I'm having my business meeting talk about call people prospects. No, you can use the word prospect when we are discussing with each other. They feel used. Yes, so they build a word of rejection right before you even share the business with them. Now, the second one is don't ever be in a hurry to share our business in details. Whenever, for example, you send the messages to people, our prospecting scripts to people, they will be like, can you tell me more about it? Don't ever fall into that trap of trying to explain it to them. No, always get them to attend the live Zoom meeting or to watch the recorded video. Now, if you have been taught on how to share the business one-on-one with people, all you need to do is to book an appointment, share it with them one-on-one, or book an appointment and watch the recorded video with them. Your goal is to get an appointment. That's the goal. Don't ever try to explain the business halfway. Never. You will never succeed. Now look at what I call the fundamentals of prospecting. Fundamentals. Now, this is the mindset you must have about prospecting. How do you see yourself? Anytime you are approaching people, anytime you are sending those messages to people, now you are in the business. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone that is in need of people to grow your business? Or do you see yourself as someone that is bringing value? You are providing solution. Someone that is to serve and help people to become financially free, bringing value to them. How do you see yourself? Because we go a long way in affecting the way you prospect. If you see yourself as the letter, then so for you to achieve great success, you must see yourself as the letter. That is, you must see yourself as someone that is to serve others with a solution to their problem. This, our business, is a solution to people's problem. You want to have high level of confidence. Take your eyes off how much you are going to make. Center it on helping people, and then you see your level of confidence and courage will soar. The secret to extraordinary success in life lies in providing value to others. Just like Ziegler will say, you can get everything in life you want if you will just have enough other persons get what they want. So please, can you for once just pause, stop, and then start thinking about having this platform, this opportunity, enriching others. This is the reason why I run so many capacity building trainings, so many entrepreneurship development trainings, so many business trainings. Why? Because I want to empower people with this. Training mothers, giving them an opportunity to make money while they are sitting at home. Yes, housewives, empowering them, telling them you can become a very productive housewife. I believe that housewives, trust me, they have all that it takes to become very successful because of technology. Yes, yes. Seeing as an avenue to empower the retirees. Most persons, when they retire, they have nothing to do. It's as if their life has ended. Now we are giving them a new life. Now they have a platform where they can have their life highly enriched. Now, through this, I had a lot of retirees that have told me, Engineer, also since I joined this organization, I've started feeling younger. I've started, it's as if a new era of my life started emerging. And they confessed to me and told me that it's not even just about the business. It's as if they found their calling in their life. They are now out there to serve people. Now they could see clearly that retiring is not the end of life for them. Now they are even seeing more opportunities in the various careers that they retired from. They thought that they have retired because the government retired them. When they attended our millionaire schools and they were being impacted, they saw clearly that the government can retire them. But as long as they don't retire themselves in life, they will keep being relevant in this life. That is what we are offering people. An opportunity to have another life again. Can you see yourself like that? That's what I call purpose driven. I don't just run this business because it's one business I do to make money. That's not it. It's a calling. How does it become a calling? A calling for me, the primary requirement, what you use in measuring a calling is that it's not about you anymore. It's a higher life. It's something about others. When I'm not in the millionaire school, I don't think about, oh my God, I have to go and rest now. I'm thinking, what would these people be doing right now? What would they be doing right now? I'm supposed to be impacting them. It's a calling. Can you see yourself? Can you see this as a calling to impact your generation, to impact lives using this business system? Don't ever forget this. The Realistic Dreams Initiative is not just about building a business. It's about building a life. Life is not measured by what you have physically. Money is measured by the quality of life, by who you are becoming, by who you are. What you have physically, all this money, all these things, jewelry, it can get lost. But who you are can never be taken away from you. It can never be taken away from you. It will never. I tell people, I can lose all the money in this life, but let me tell you, I can reproduce them over and over and over again because I've learned to become a person of success. That's what we are offering people. That's what we're offering people. I need you to step up your vision. I need you to step up in your purpose in life. Step up. And once you step into this, you walk into organizations and you are asking for permission, submitting letters to impact people. They'll be giving you access. They will giving you access because it's very unusual. People will come and say, pay money, but you are there to deliver those lectures free of charge. You are preparing yourself. You are studying those books. You are studying those materials because you know you are about to deliver something. You are about to deliver value. As a matter of fact, whenever I'm talking to people, I talk to them in such a manner that I have it in my mind that these people may never see me again in their life. So I want to leave a lasting impact in their mind. I want them to always know one day they want to embrace mediocrity. They want to keep hearing my voice. I want to keep hearing my voice. That mediocrity is not an option. Can you step up? If you can help many persons to get what they want in life, what you want will surely come to you. So look at the words to never use when you are prospecting. Number one, network marketing. Don't ever use the word, this business is about network marketing. You will never hear me use that word in my presentation or when I'm talking to people. Never use the word network marketing. I only use the word network marketing in our millionaire school, not even in the foundation class. There is nothing wrong with the word network marketing, but you must understand that people understand words in pictures, and pictures creates a feeling. The mental picture a lot of people, especially Nigerians, have about network marketing is very wrong. They see it as mere hawking, selling of products, trying to convince and persuade people to join the business. Just like the lady that asked the question yesterday during the class. She was scared of actually, referring people. What do you mean by referring? What is referring? Who starts a business and doesn't want some referrals? Let me see, wave your hand here. If you have a business and you want people to keep being referred to your business, let me see, wave your hand. You have a business and you want people to refer people to you. Let me see, wave your hand. Do you know the level I've gotten to now? There are people that have joined let me give you an example. Madam Loretta is here. Madam Loretta, Sister Loretta, can you unmute yourself? Sister Loretta didn't watch she didn't have access to my video. I'm going to give you a couple of them here. She didn't have access to my video. Someone else did have access to my video. And then her lecturer in her postgraduate course, and then the lecturer referred her to the video. She watched the video, then bought 3 accounts before the lecturer. Do you know what made that man to refer the video to her? Do you know that? Because I was giving value. I was not there just to sell a business. The man saw clearly that this system can help this lady. Now let me get it to her. I remember Mama Princess Akala. Mama Princess Akala, I remembered you were not the one that saw the video directly. Someone else saw it and they sent it to you. How many of you experienced that? Let me see with your hand. Aside Madam Loretta and Madam Akala, someone else sent you the video to watch. That's what we are talking about. Do you know why? Because the video I did it in such a manner that we are bringing help and value to people. So people have a negative feeling about network marketing. Don't use that word, network marketing. Rather, instead of using the word network marketing, use the word business opportunity, business support project. My dear, there is this business support project of an NGO I want to connect you to. Don't say there is this network marketing company, network marketing business. Don't do that. Let me give you an example. Hi dear, there is this great international NGO helping people to raise funds for their business via their business support program. I just submitted your contacts. Their consultants may call you for more information. Okay? Now that's our former script. Now this is a script where you have to send the details to people and then you later call them on phone. Or you can send a message like, hi dear, I'm actually working on a unique part-time business project with a free support from an international NGO in raising funds for some of my business projects. Would you help me with an honest review on the project? And the person says, yes, I want to help you with the review. He said, okay, I'm going to send you the recorded video. Watch the video and then help me with the review. You must never use the word network marketing. You have to use the word business opportunity or support project. Please just give me extra 9 minutes. At 10 minutes past 9, I will close. Just extra 9 minutes because I'm done with the technicalities. All right. Now, there are 2 kinds of persons you will ever be talking to. There are 2 kinds of persons you will be sharing information to. There are 2 kinds of persons you will be inviting to our business meetings or to watch our recorded video. Number 1 is people you know and the people you don't know. Now, the people you know and they know you, we call them the warm market. That's the professional term, the warm market. This set of persons stand more chances not to take you serious, but we'll find a way now in our business to get you to tap into them. Now, people you don't know are called the cold market. These are sets of persons that are so much in number. So you're going to be learning to share this business to both the people you know and the people you don't know. Now, we have what we call our prospecting process. There's a process to prospecting. Number 1 is this. Always use a script. Don't assume you know what to say. Never you assume that. Rehearse the script until you can emotionalize it while you are saying it. Don't try to convince people. Use our tools. Use our tools. Use those. I want to invite you to one seminar like that, to just attend the seminar. Don't do that. Use the exact scripts, because those scripts have some powerful ingredients, which I'm going to show you, that compels people to say yes to it. Then the last one, everybody is a prospect. Know that. Everybody. Don't prejudge. Don't say, he has money, he does not have money. Don't do that. Everybody you know and people they know. If you know 10 persons in your church, everybody they know also is a prospect to you, because it means you can tap into other people's contacts, okay, from your own contact. So everybody is a prospect. You must be clear of this prospecting process. I will send you this recorded video. You are meant now to, you can jot from it. It's very important. Now look at what we call the 4 main ingredients of a prospecting script. So whenever we give you a prospecting script, these are the things it contains that makes it work. Number 1 is trust. Don't assume that people will believe what you say. Yes. What credible words do you use to boost trust? There must be words you are to use to boost a trust. I will show you that. Number 2, need. Pick a need. Do you know you can travel to 2 different countries every single year, all expense paid trip, through the support of an international NGO? If I tell you what is inside this, but what is there is the need. People want to travel for holidays. They don't have the money. That's the need. Through the support of an international NGO, that's the trust. Then I can talk about through the support of an international NGO, and they need just only 100 persons to support. What am I showing you? Help and hurry. People want to be sure of the support, and you have to create a sense of urgency. Anytime you tell people, anytime you come, you can come and join. Anytime you come, you can come and join. They will never connect. They will never take action. That's why I always tell people, listen to me. You are going to miss out on the promo if you don't pay money now, or you don't send me your details to book it down. Let people always know that there's something they are risking while they are delaying. These are the 4 main ingredients of what? A good script. Trust. Anytime you open your mouth, are you saying something that, are you using credible words? Are you creating a need? Are you showing people that they will be helped and supported? And are you creating a sense of urgency? These are the 4 main ingredients of a prospecting script. Now, here is an example of a good script. Hello, Sam. I recommended and enlisted your name with an international organization in Nigeria working on a project to support 2,000 serious-minded individuals like you to raise funds for their businesses via their unique business support program. They will contact you to ascertain your eligibility. Now, this message is a message you can send if you are to make a phone call. Maybe you have 2 friends, both of you are friends, maybe success lines, you are team members. You can send it, and then one person will make a phone call for another, and then, and another person will make another phone call for another. Now, listen. Look at the ingredients of this script. Trust. What shows it can be trusted is an international NGO. People trust an international organizations. Number 2, need. The need is to raise funds. Number 3, help is a business support project. Number 4 is in a hurry, creating a sense of urgency. 2,000 number being a limited number. Did you see that? These are the things that subconsciously, this is what gets people to say, okay, I want to know about it. So don't assume you know what to say. Always use a script. So you can use so many of our tools. You can use the invitation cards, that's our posters and our banners. You can use our videos. You can use text messages. We have questionnaires. I've sent out our questionnaires before. You can use questionnaires. You come into an organization. I have a friend of mine in Kaduna, Madam Fatima. She does it a lot. She will just go to a bank, write an application, and say, and talk to the chair and talk to the manager, and say very early in the morning, around 7:30, before the bank opens, that on a specific day, that she actually want to share a questionnaire of a support project. Can you imagine? And they will give her the opportunity. She will share the questionnaires, and they will fill it up, and she will collect their data. Now, that has given her more prospects, quality prospects, people working in the bank. And she will now go back with those questionnaires and make a phone call and invite them using a script. You can apply for special invitations where you can deliver seminars, where you can deliver a seminar or a presentation for an organization. We have all these letters and all these materials available. You can post our banners on your Facebook pages, on your Facebook profiles. Are you hearing me? And post our links there to collect people's details. Always remember that the aim of prospecting is to get details. The aim of prospecting is to get people's contacts, get people's details, and then to invite them for a presentation. Be a mixed martial artist. Mix up the tools. Don't just send out messages on WhatsApp alone. Get into Facebook. You can make phone calls. Are you hearing me? These tools, they actually, so this tool has been made available to you by the RDI NGO, and you have to learn how to utilize them all. Now, sample guide in using the tools. You should prospect with the right expectation, which is to get an appointment. A good script must be captivating. You must practice and always have a script. A good script must be very concise. And these are some of the things that I've already talked about. Now, the next thing you have to understand is this, the sample scripts, okay? We have some great sample scripts that you can use, all right, to invite people. And these scripts are here. Now, the ones I wrote, the one market, is for people you know, the people that you know. If you know, you won't call them. That's the phone call you are making or the message you are sending to them will end up getting them to attend the meeting or to watch the recorded video. You can give them that option. You can choose to attend our live Zoom meeting or watch our recorded video. But these are just the sample messages you can send to people or phone calls you can make. All right. So I'm going to be sending this script to you. All of them. I'm going to be sending it. All right. Now, when you're finished, when you're done with inviting people, maybe you are inviting people for a physical seminar, you have to send them a message. We even wrote here a sample message you are to send to them. All right. So everything is here. All the scripts, everything is here. Very, very, very powerful. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I promise to end by 10 minutes past 9. And this is 9 minutes past 9 because I want to use the remaining 1 minute to wrap up. Thank you so much for being here. I want us to pour our heart into inviting and getting people to watch our videos and getting people to join our business. I want you to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in our trainings. Go out there with a high level of confidence. Always commit your business into the hands of God. Set goals. Set goals. When you're praying, pray with your goals. And whenever you're praying, pray this way in this manner. Father, I receive strategies on how to meet my goals, and before the end of this year, I'm exceeding my goals. Say it like that. I want to keep praying about your project and keep acting in faith. Action is very, very vital. Action is very, very vital. Yes, faith without works is completely dead. I'm telling you, you can keep believing, you can keep confessing, but when there is no corresponding action, there is no genuine faith in the business you are doing. And if there's no genuine faith in what you are doing, I am sorry, you cannot succeed. I always tell people, according to my mentor, there are 3 major ingredients that shows you have, as in you have great faith in whatever you're doing. You have great faith in this business. Ask yourself, are you doing these 2 things, these 3 things? Number 1, do you believe greatly in the vision? Do you believe in this business that you will achieve your goals? Number 2, do you confess it that you are going to make it in this business? Or do you believe, do you say, let's see how it goes now, maybe we shall see, it's just one of those things. You will never succeed in any venture if you keep acting like that. So you have to keep confessing the right things about your business, okay? Avoid complaining, avoid it like a plague. I'm telling you, avoid it. The number 3 is taking corresponding action. Taking action. Every single day, your action must be equal to the level of belief you have. Yes, actually, the level of action you take is what reveals the level of belief and your level of conviction in the business. You want massive results, go for massive action. Stop all these to invitations we are making. All these to this thing we are doing. Put that in your heart and tell yourself, I'm connecting at least 5 persons. They are making their payments this week. Put your head on it. Put your hand to it. Don't say, I'll keep inviting you. No. The end game, the end product is to get them to pay, to register. Let it be what is driving you. Let it be what is. Today is Tuesday. Tell yourself before the end of this week, they must be up to 5. So don't just share the video and end it there. You call them. Have you watched the video? Take action now. Did you attend the meeting? Take action now. How do you know you are goal-driven? When you make invitations, invite people to watch the video, attend the Zoom meeting, and you are not even connected to the meeting to know whether they are there or not. At least few minutes into the meeting, you can actually detect and know who is there and who is not there. And you can actually make a phone call. Okay, I invited you. I've not seen you now. I've not seen you. Make that trial. That shows that you are goal-driven. You are not just working as to live. No. Don't just work for the sake of working. Work to achieve something. All right? Work to achieve something. Don't make invitation. Don't just send videos to people. Did you make the phone call to make sure they watch the video? And when you find that they watch the video, what is your next action? Get them to make instant commitment. Put your heart to getting your goals achieved. You are to have minimum 5 persons or 5 persons and above to join your business this week. Let it drive you. Let it drive you. Don't just invite people. Don't just invite people. Put your heart to it, and it will surely work for you. God bless you real good. I want us to take our time and watch this recorded video. All right. And those of you listening, and maybe you didn't attend this live Zoom meeting, make it a point of duty. Keep, getting access to our videos anytime you miss the Millionaire School. And those of you here watching the video, here live, make sure you watch this recorded video over and over again. All right, you keep learning new things. God bless you. See you at 7:45 p.m. today. Remember, the Zoom room opens 7:45 p.m., but the meeting starts exactly 8 p.m. God bless you. See you at the top. Bye.